Well, you don't bleed to death. You get on the side of the fence. I've got no authority over there.
And my job there, that's not that.
I just said the bull terminal there. I said the terminal in there, John. I said, how come you trying to 4-3 votes in a game when we beat them by 60 points? The only kicks he got was when he's kicking our fucking full back. He said, because I can. Bull terminal. Now we got him up on this.
Big lad, get the watch.
You've been thumping up against that fence. You've been bashing that fence. Stand out here in the front.
Back up. Turn. Get up again. Let's go. That's it. Let's go. Look up. Turn. Yep. Come. George. Four. Yeah. Come. X. Come. Brendan. Hey, mira, front square, mira. Hold, hold. Big job. Look up. Come. Brendan. Jimmy. Happy, boy, pretty good, Happy. Happy. Prince. Hold up. Look at that. Plenty of boys ready to come out hard. Good boys, touch on. Good vibe. Real vibe out here. We are so on Roos. Everybody,
Why do you know where it's come from? You sneak around the fence.
Well, we came across and then we went to the car.
So you're all happy. Standing out here and saying.
Ryan, 18.
Go Roos!
Welcome to Triabunna for the second semi-final in the Oatlands District Footy Association. This is a big game between the Triabunna Roos and the Campania Wallabies. The grand final spot is on the line for the winner of this game this afternoon. If you're just joining us, we had a good performance from the Campbelltown Robins earlier today as President of the Association, Brian O'Reilly, just spruiks his love for the Adelaide Crows as he walks past. Great to be here at Triabunna. My name's Anthony Osborne. Nick Finlay to my right in the commentary box. Great to have you, Nick. I'm looking forward to how this one unfolds.
Yeah, good afternoon, Oz. Yeah, great to have you up here at Triabunna again. Second semi-final underway now. Triabunna, of course, finished top of the ladder, undefeated. First time, certainly first time in the ODFA that they've been undefeated for the whole year. So congratulations to them. Paul Rainbird and the team have done a fabulous job to get them to that, to that position. And Campania, of course, finished second on the ladder. Look, they snuck in the second spot. They won their last sort of 4 games. A couple of key wins there over Campbelltown and Bothwell, and they find themselves in the second spot with a shot at the grand final opportunity.
Quickly trying to take the advantage for Campania. They thought they had their first goal. They'll be forced to go back. If you are just tuning in, the left-hand side of your screen has been heavily favoured with a strong breeze for much of the game so far, and Triabunna won the toss and elected to kick that way. So we'll see how that unfolds across the course of this afternoon. Triabunna, of course, the home patch. As you see, Campania really come with a bolt in season 2023. Finished the year in second spot with an 8-3-1 record. Of course, that draw, entertaining Friday night clash against Bothwell. That dinky kick inside 50 doesn't quite work out. Triabunna will bring the ball out into the middle of the ground. Mark not taken. Coming through. Plenty of players everywhere at the moment. Lots of bodies around this football. A ferocious start as we expected. The umpire will take that ball back once again.
Umpires today, Oz, on in the field we have Bull Turnbull, who's a real stalwart of the TFUA, and of course umpires up here in the ODFA quite often. Joining him is Mark McConnell, and then in boundary we have James Barling and Max Francis, and in goals we have Matthew Blackburn and Nigel O'Brien. So congratulations to them, and hope you have a great day.
Fantastic to have them all part of today's action. Parker did well across the boundary line, and then inside 50, Reeve launched it to a dangerous spot. Forced to do some defending here. Mackenzie stands up well. Another stoppage just outside the goal square now for the Triabunna Roos.
But unlucky there not to be paid the mark, I thought, there for Brad Mackenzie.
Yeah, held well, didn't he? Anderton tapped the ball down. Now at ground level, funnels the ball back, wrapped up in a really strong tackle there was O'Brien. Good core strength, got his kick away. Players converging on that stoppage, and we'll have it again. Justin O'Brien, a former Lindisfarne, Clarence, Dosa player. Strong addition. Ball goes up. One down. O'Brien sniffing around once again. Bottom of the pack there. It's Medhurst for Campania.
Won the last 5 actually, Campania. Their win up at Campbelltown back in round 13 really set them up for this the second spot on the ladder. That's when they came up against Stevie Milne from the former St Kilda superstar. But they did well to come away with the points there, and of course they beat Bothwell there in round 11, which of course they drew to as you mentioned earlier. When a spectacular Friday night game at Campania that ended up being a draw.
Hurried kick away, only goes as far as the Triabunna player will now look to set something up for the Roos. Just outside attacking 50, making sure he's comfortable with where his opposing players are. Will have the breeze behind his back. Begins his approach. Kicks on the way. It's a good looking kick, and Triabunna draw first blood in the second semi. 1 straight 6 plays Campania yet to score. A fantastic kick. Wonderful purchase, and the Roos are on the board. So we go back to the middle of Triabunna with the Roos drawing first blood.
Nick, hotline. Yes. I think it's Brendan Midson. Is it Midson? Brendan Midson.
So it was Brendan Midson with the jumper change, which is always a nice little challenge for the commentary team before the game, but fantastic finish there from Brendan Midson. Really good work from him. He just flushed that ball beautifully. Triabunna draw first blood. Now the challenge being issued to Campania. Emerging with the football there, Medhurst got his kick away. Going through, Tubb. Ball goes over the top as Campania surge the ball inside 50. Hurried handball goes away, a little askew. Going through the other way, Brendan Clock, captain of the Roos. Good tackle laid there from Aaron Parker. He's one of the stars of this Triabunna team. Remember, he was really impressive in that semi-final last year against Mount Pleasant from memory, Nick. A lovely kick over the top. That sets things up now to quickly move the ball on. Cameron goes inside 50. Looking in the direction there of Jeffrey Fisher. Around the corner. Just missing to the near side. So Triabunna 1-1. Campania yet to score. And much like we saw Campbelltown at the start of the game earlier, they can turn defence into offence so quickly with that breeze behind the back. Triabunna exit. A really clever mark taken there by Dyer. Takes a bounce. And then Dyer kicks towards half forward. A little bit on the kick. Out the back now. Johnston is going to be first to it. Keeps the ball alive. Kick in the direction of Alex Gilmore. He's got a couple to beat. Triabunna think their way through pretty well. And now exit defensive 50. Kick out towards Priest. He's got Plunkett for company. Plunkett does well. Chips the ball towards half forward. Nice bit of dash shown there off half back for Triabunna, but it doesn't go too far. The Roos go back, the Wallabies I should say, go back inside 50 through Dart. Players converging on that football. Hurried kick away there from Sweet. Makes pretty good contact. Ducking in and providing some support there was Justin O'Brien. Now the ball comes out to Brendan Clock. Clock links up with O'Brien. O'Brien now goes inside 50, a one-on-one. Well positioned there was Brad McKenzie. He's done some good things down back early on and able to punch that one over and out for a throw-in.
Yeah, Gareth Delaney there, looking dangerous up forward. He's at a top year. Kicked the 19 goals and can kick a bag quite easily.
So boundary throw-in just in front of the Triabunna club rooms. Good crowd in the house here for this second semi-final gala day. Ball tapped down, O'Brien right up against the boundary, eventually taken over.
Both those teams haven't won a premiership in quite a number of years. Campania haven't won a premiership since 1963 when they were in the South East Districts Footy Association, which obviously is quite some time ago now. And Triabunna won it in 2002 in the ODFA.
Great defensive pressure inside 50 there from the Roos. They've really brought that heat early on that occasion. Anderton, I think it was, who's earned the free kick.
Yeah, I think, yep.
Nice work there from Blake Anderton. So he'll have a look from point blank range. There's plenty of noise coming out of the Triabunna camp, plenty of talk. Point blank range here for Anderton, makes no mistake. The locals love it. Triabunna get there. Second goal on the board. 2-1-13. Play the Wallabies, yet to score.
Yeah, one of the younger players, Blake Anderton. I think he's only played the six games this year, and that's his 14th goal for the year. So yeah, can be very, very handy up forward.
So we go back into the middle. Triabunna with all the scoring so far. Beautiful blue sky over us here at Triabunna. Fantastic to be here on the AFL Taz live stream.
Hasn't kicked a single goal, hasn't come away with just one goal in a game this year, Blake, so expect him to at least kick another one.
Yeah, he'll be a key player in how this afternoon unfolds, that's for sure. That one just goes over and out. Throw in. It's good to see these two teams at the pointy end of the ladder, as you said, Nick. Without that premiership success in recent years, it's great to see these two teams right at that pointy end. And with Campbelltown winning earlier on, it's going to be a bit of a changing of the guard with whoever wins the flag this year, as that ball tumbles to a dangerous spot out the back. Trying to get away there was Gilmore, just got his handball away. Triabunna spiral the ball out of defensive 50. Numbers at the back of the pack should favour the Wallabies. Medhurst, who's had plenty of the football early on, looks to go short, can't quite complete that transaction. So yeah, exciting to see who will run away with the premiership in 2023 with these three clubs at the pointy end.
Yeah, and certainly one club that hasn't won it in at least 20 years will rise, will hold the premiership cup aloft in 2 weeks' time, which is pretty exciting, I think, for Tasmanian football in general, and of course for the competition. So yeah, plenty of action to come.
And shout out to ODFA President Brian O'Reilly and Andrew McCarthy, who's behind the camera today. We'll be live streaming the grand final in a couple of weeks as well, which is super exciting. Second year in a row. Ball pinballing around at half forward for Campania. Importantly, just owning a little bit of territory the last couple of minutes, the Wallabies. Medhurst, who's been in the thick of everything, he'll look to kick this ball inside 50, and he does. In the direction of Gilmore, a couple to beat, can't quite get to the fall of the ball. Now, the Roos trying to load something up off half back. Fantastic little bit of dash shown there from Midstrom. Kick goes inside 50, in front, and taking a strong mark there was Jaden Harris. Harris goes out wide to Cook. Cook down the wing, unable to take the grab, but he'll be awarded the free kick for being interfered with.
Eyes on the ball there, Brody Johnston.
Yeah, Fisher just impeding on that occasion. Johnston slow to his feet.
He's another great young player that's risen through the ranks. I think he joined the Wallabies in 2021 there, just after COVID happened.
And just a little bit of blood there. He'll come from the field. So Plunkett will take the free kick. Plunkett sets himself down the line, kicks the football. Reading that ball well and being adjudicated the mark. Might have just tumbled out, but he held it for long enough, according to the umpire. That's Ashton Arnold.
Yeah, across the Wallabies in the latter half of the year. Come across from Richmond.
Big collision there. Gilmore was presenting, but it just feels like the intensity's really high early in this one. Two premier teams in the competition.
They're certainly going to give him some attention. Gilmore is one of the named players in the competition at the moment, and no doubt Paul and the team would have talked about his presence.
Good work there from Jeremy Clark. Got the ball back. O'Brien got his handball away. Brendan Clark combines well there with Goodwin. Back to Clark, or Parker I should say, who kicks it towards half forward. Mark taken. Good strength being shown there, an opportunity for Triabunna.
Really cool under pressure there. Tommy Goodwin, Brendan Clock, and Gareth Delaney here going for goal. Kick from just outside the 50.
So Gareth Delaney. Kicking through the club room end of the ground. Kick is on the way. It looked pretty good, but just hooked to the left through for a point. So 2-2 go the Roos. Campania yet to score. We've played 12.5 minutes this term. Feels like Campania have certainly had their fair share of territory throughout the middle part of this opening stanza. Unable to take the grab, now at ground level. Two teams go to war. Hurried kick away towards the boundary line. He only had one intention. The umpire says that was his only intention. Free kick going the way of Triabunna.
Yeah, Mark McConnell there, right on the money, I would say.
So Mitchell Reeve to bring the ball back in. Former Dosa player, I understand.
Yeah, correct. Polled well in the ODFA Best and Fairest the other night as well.
Reeve just unloads and misses to the near side. Hits the top of it. Nissan Navara or Toyota Hilux and it's a minor score.
Triabunna had the bye last week, so they didn't play last weekend. Campania, of course, did have a run. They played Oatlands last week, held Oatlands to be scoreless for the whole game. And interestingly, Triabunna actually played Oatlands in their last game, but obviously the week before. So both teams have. Without saying anything against Oatlands, they probably haven't had a solid hit out for a couple of weeks, each team. So
yeah, I was going to ask you about that. It's remiss of me not to say earlier that it's been a few weeks since Triabunna have played a real finals heavyweight. Interesting to see if there'd been any rust getting into this game. They look to have started the game pretty well. Find themselves 15 points up at the moment. Ball in the hands here of Triabunna as they kick the ball inside 50. A lovely kick, setting things up for them. And we'll have another look on goal through Delaney.
Yeah, the Roos, their last home game up here was against Canberra Town, which was billed as a massive game. But the Roos did kick away early in the first quarter to blow that one apart.
Just missing to the near side again there was Delaney. So a couple of opportunities go begging. Campania just locked in their defensive 50 in the last couple of moments. That kick is a bit of a floater. Mark taken there by Brendan Clock. Clock punches the ball inside 50 and misses again.
He's got a fair kick on him, Brendan Clock. A very famous name associated with football up here on the East Coast, the Clock name. And Jeremy, his brother, is out there as well.
Mark taken there by Brendan Dyer. Dyer opts to go short. Finds Jamie Dart, skipper. Bit of run coming from behind. That's where he goes. Hurried kick towards half forward. Good mark taken. Over the top there from Johnston. Moves the ball on. Coming through the other way there was Plunkett. Just bangs the ball inside 50. There is not a single player inside attacking 50. Now it's a foot race. Coming through with a bit of dash. Unable to trap the ball cleanly. But he might be awarded with the free kick for a throw. He will be. So an opportunity here for Campania. Against the run of play for the last few minutes. This is a golden opportunity via Samuel Tubb to hit the scoreboard. And this would be a really important goal in the context of this opening term.
Yeah, Bothwell, of course, didn't kick a goal in the opening term when they were kicking up this end in the previous game. That has now been broken, that particular stat.
Yeah, fantastic finish there from Tubb, and it was a foot race to get back there. There was no one inside attacking 50, and in the end they just caught them out the back and put a bit of pressure on. The illegal disposal opens up an opportunity for Tubb, who makes no mistake. So Campania on the board for the first time, and Triabunna unable to convert at one end. Campania go down the other and kick a goal. It could be important goal in the context of this opening half.
Yeah, spot on. Look, Triabunna have had their chances, 2-5. Two goals, 5 behind is probably not the conversion rate they were expecting or wanting early midway through this first term. What do we got left? About 7 minutes to go, and Campbelltown had 5 goals at quarter time, kicking towards that end in the game prior to this. So I'd say Paul Rainbird would want them to get a couple more on the board before quarter time.
Just a little bit of confusion around the ground. Not quite sure what the hold-up is. Might be potentially they were trying to chase up the football. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Yeah, I think they're waiting for the ball to be returned potentially. Keep an eye on that. The players are all in position and ready and waiting. Not quite sure what it is, Nick, but anyway, we'll just wait.
Umpire Mark McConnell's definitely got the ball in his hand there in the middle. It's a bit unusual to be wanting the ball to be, although there are some spectators just on the ground, slightly just on the, I don't know if they've been asked to move behind the fence or not. I'm not too sure.
We'll keep an eye on that. Anyway, we've played almost 19 minutes of this opening term. Triabunna have certainly felt like the team that has been in control. The breeze obviously helping that too. Campania with an important goal at the other end, and eventually we'll get things underway. I don't know what that was, but we'll try and do some investigating as the day unfolds. Here in the middle. Ball to win. Clock overruns the ball slightly, paddles it on, and showing a bit of dash off half back there was Cook. Umpire will give the free kick back to Cook. It's Cook just having a look at what's ahead of him. Opts to kick down the line. Good mark taken. Skills have been pretty good here for Campania so far. What a kick mark. Now launch the ball inside 50. Player comes over the top there in Gilmore just to keep that ball alive, but high tackle has been paid. Free kick going to Triabunna.
Yeah, Kurt Flynn there with the free kick.
Experienced campaigner Kurt Flynn kicks the ball out wide, flying high and able to take the mark there. Clock quickly gets the kick away. Kick to half forward out in front. Good mark taken over the top there. Anderson, good hands, gets it off. Dangerous position here for the Campania defence, and just showing a bit of composure there. Nicholas Clark, he could have played on and blazed away, but just added the composure to stop and prop, and he'll now have a set shot.
Yeah, one of the most dangerous forwards in the competition. Nicholas Clark's kicked 28 goals this year. He's won the leading goal kicking award once or twice in recent years. Come down from Swansea after COVID.
So Clark's kick is on the way. It's a high kick. It does go over the umpire's hat. So the immediate response there for the Triabunna Roos. They go to 3-5-23. Campania 1 straight 6. I tuned into the AFL Taz live stream of the ODFA second semi-final. Thanks to Harrison Agents and Bennett's Petroleum.
2021, Nicholas Clark won the leading goal kicking award there with 47 goals. Just had the 5 teams there that particular year.
That was a nice finish from him there as well. Triabunna get that immediate response. So we'll tick into the last 4 or 5 minutes of this opening term, the second semi-final. Ball to win in the middle of the ground. Tackle laid. Already gotten rid of the football there. Henderson. Umpire will intervene.
I don't know about you, Oz, but the wind just seems to have dropped a little bit just in the last few minutes. We need a windsock here to see exactly what's going on.
We'll have to send Brian O'Reilly out into the elements to have a look, see what he can find for us throughout the afternoon. He's probably looking for the creature comforts of some shelter, but we'll keep an eye on that. So we have the ball inside, attacking 50. Ball up. I think you're right, Nick. It certainly has, looking at the trees around us. We'll have to see how it affects some of the kicks. We started that first semi-final that was really severe. couple of kicks are almost boomerang coming back to the kicker. As we say that, it might have just picked up a little bit again, but it's been a little bit fluky over the last hour or so. Keep an eye on it as the ball is thrown up. Ball one down. Clock. Try to get rid of the football. Foot race towards the line. That's through for a minor score. So 3-6 Triabunna. Campania 1 straight 6. Not long to go this opening term. Kick out towards the broadcast position and decisively punched over the line there by Dylan Pert. So it looks like Pert and Johnston up against each other. It's going to be an important matchup. Umpire throws the ball back into play. One down, clever little tap on. Cook, who's been really good off half-back for Campania, kicks in the middle of the ground. 1 on 3 in favour of Triabunna and the 3 win out. Interesting kick there from Clark. It could be effective. Roving well. Campania now look to set something up off half-back. Kick goes centrally. It's a really good kick, but spilling the mark there. He's gone and on. Ball moves on. Cook again swoops on the loose football. He's been really impressive. Tries to get his kick away. Triabunna mopping things up in the other direction. Now coming in and laying the tackle. There was Mastrocola giving away the free kick. As Campania looked to set something up. Out in the direction of Medhurst, who started on fire. Medhurst out in front of Gilmore. Little much on the kick. Well defended as Triabunna emerged from defensive 50. Tied up against the line. That one out of bounds on the full. And bringing the ball back into play will be Nick Devine. Just in front of us. Devine sets it up. Looking for Johnston. Unable to take the grab. Mopping it up at ground level there was Sweet. Punches the ball out of defensive 50. Dyer should be first to it for Campania. Can't quite trap it cleanly. That's a really good pick up there from Michael Fisher. Pumps the ball inside 50. No one's home. How will it bounce? It'll bounce over towards the boundary line and just go over for a boundary throw in. So Campania with a couple of opportunities there, just unable to quite get that last kick inside 50 to work. Now we'll have a throw in last 30 seconds or so of this opening term. Campania will be desperate to just hold on here, not concede. Another stalemate, we'll have a stoppage.
Yeah, late goal here would be a great bonus to Triabunna, just to give them that sort of 24-point lead if they were to snag it.
Cook wrapped up in the tackle. Tackler on that occasion was Delaney. Ball up once again. Tap over the top was a good one from Fisher, but just trying to extract the football. Fisher swoops on it again. Bouncing ball towards goal. Scary times for the Campania defence, but they do enough to see it through for a point, and I reckon that'll be the last score of this opening term. Triabunna 3-7. Campania 1 straight. Ball out. Mark taken that occasion there by Lehman. Josh Lehman at half back. Drives the ball down the wing. A few players fly, no one able to take it cleanly. Johnston clambers in. Umpire says holding the footy. Free kick going the way of Campania. Brodie Johnston. Kicks down the line, flying over the back and unable to take the grab. There was Ryan Sweet. Now Campania doing well for them. Possession. Arnold, as the siren sounds. Arnold doesn't favour kicking into the breeze from 70 metres out, which is probably fair enough. And that will be the end of the opening term. 3-7-25. Plays 1 straight 6. An entertaining opening term. Triabunna kicking with the breeze. They had plenty of opportunities and they'll finish the term with a handy buffer. We'll take a short break here from commentary. We'll come back with you shortly for the second term. The goal kickers Brendan Midson, Nicholas Clark and Blake Anderton. Samuel Tubb for Campania. Second quarter coming up next.
How embarrassing. Nah, it wasn't.
Mum's gone home.
You'll probably be over that huddle in a minute.
He went to run down to pick him out. The sun's getting further away. It must be going, it must be the small lorry now is going that way.
Yeah, but chips up on us. No, I just see the spoke to swing gates, didn't realise no look. It can be fun.
Yeah, he's like, oh, fun. I was walking in barracks for North Melbourne though, so I told him he's got to pick North Melbourne every week, and then I might be able to catch it.
I go and chase the sun.
I know, it's getting further away.
they should get to before the grand final.
Welcome back to Triabunna, quarter time in the second semi-final, and the Roos lead 3-7-25. It's Campania 1 straight 6. Big second quarter coming up. Before that gets underway, it's fantastic to have Taylor Barr from the Triabunna Footy Club with us in the commentary box. Thanks for jumping on, Taylor.
No worries, thank you.
What did you make of the opening term?
Yeah, good. It's coming in pretty hot, like a little bit of wind up, so it should be in Campania's favour this quarter, I reckon, but see what happens.
Yeah, that left-hand side of the screen certainly been where the wind is favoured across the term. It looked like Campania certainly had some opportunities. Do you think 3-7 you probably made enough of that advantage in the opening term?
I don't think so, but, you know, you never know what can happen. A lot of points.
Who are some of the players you think you can have a big role to play for your side across the next 3 quarters?
Definitely Mitch Reeve in the ruck. Like, should be dominating, I reckon. He'll start coming into it now. Michael Fisher in the middle.
Absolutely, and I guess having a home crowd here and playing on your home deck must be a nice advantage for you as well.
Yes, definitely. I heard it's the first ever for the club, so it's huge for us.
Yep. Yeah, no, first final here, and and yourself, Taylor. What's how's the year been for you? You're obviously out sort of injured at the moment.
Yeah, it's been a great year actually. First year up here, played in native form, and it's just great community.
Yep. Played the 8 games. Is that's about right, I think.
I don't know, to be honest. Kind of forget, they go by pretty quick.
How so obviously you've come to the club this year. What is it about it that's made it a really enjoyable place for you? What makes the club special?
Just the people, just the people. Love it up here. They make you so welcome. So many people you don't know come shake your hand after the game. Just make you feel included to the community.
Yeah, fantastic. Any players that have really taken you under their wings since you've joined the club?
Oh, not really. I've got a lot of them that are friends beforehand before I come up here, so just gelled in quite good after a couple of games. So.
Fantastic. And I guess what do you think's the biggest strength of the team that can kind of separate them from Campania today and book it to get to the grand final?
Definitely our fitness. Very fit side all year. I think all the other teams have noticed that, and it's kind of hard to keep up with, especially in the second half of the game if we're still running and people are puffing.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us in the commentary box, Taylor. Enjoy the rest of the game and best of luck for the Roos.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Thanks, mate. Thank you to Taylor Barr for joining us in the commentary box. Good to have a couple of representatives of the clubs join us in the commentary box today.
Yeah, certainly one of the young guns in the Triabunna team. It's great to see the depth that the club actually does have. Paul's been telling me throughout the year that they do have plenty on the track each week, and only having one team, a one team club. Sometimes it is easy for the club to just have the bare minimum, but good on Triabunna for having plenty in reserve. All good.
As we just get handed some chips from Brian O'Reilly. That's why he's one of our favourite presidents across the Tasmanian football community. Magnificent work from him. We'll hear from him a little bit later on in the day as well, which we're looking forward to, as Triabunna march their way through the middle of the ground. That ball just gets caught up in the breeze, and sitting underneath it and taking the mark, the Roos can now advance inside 50. That's where they go now. I don't know if it was the intended target, but the mark's taken there from Jeffrey Fisher, who just found himself in a good spot. Takes the mark and now dishes the handball off. Opportunity for them through. That player who had the shot earlier on there in Midson just misses to the right-hand side, through for a minor score.
Peppering early the Roos against the breeze, which, as we've talked about, seems to have died down a fraction from the earlier game. Confirmed there by Brian. Thank you.
A kick out towards us here, broadcast side of the ground. Bouncing ball just evades the quick-footed Nick Devine. We heard from... sorry, you go. Nick Devine being with the Campania club now for a few years, really developed himself. One of the better haircuts too, if I could say that, in the comp. There's certainly been some standout haircuts across the 2 games this afternoon. I might get you to give me some votes later on of who's been your favourite cut, but it's certainly a nice bit of hair flapping in the breeze of a day like today. Clock gets it off to O'Brien, who's ambushed by a couple of Wallabies. Good defensive pressure, and now Campania through Medhurst have the ball.
Took a bit too long to get rid of there, O'Brien.
Goes to Arnold. Yeah, that Arnold-Reeve matchup is going to be crucial. We heard Taylor talk about Reeve earlier. So now go inside 50, presenting, unable to take the mark there, Dyer. Reeve mops it up, gets his kick away. Clever kick away towards us, just going over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in directly in front of us.
Yeah, Taylor's comment was interesting about it being the first final here at Triabunna. So Triabunna were in the ADFA from 2001 to 2005, and in the first week of the finals during that period, all the finals were at Oatlands, regardless of who finished on top of the ladder. So, but yeah, in the sort of the most the more recent years, the top of the ladder team always hosts the first week of the finals. So yeah, in a 7-team competition, when there's a top 4, it's always the top team. There's talk next year of other teams circling that may add to the roster. So if we end up with 8 teams or even more, then there'll be another week of finals basically. So which means most likely the top 2 teams will host finals.
That ball well taken there, really good tackle. Opportunity here for Campania. And leading from the front, he's been part of this real renaissance, I guess, for Campania throughout the year. Alex Gilmore, high-profile player.
Very handy pick-up for the Wallabies. Drafted mid-season, played the 6 games leading into this game. Always tricky to get a clearance mid-season, Oz. Particularly when you're coming from a club that might not want to be so easy to let you go.
Just sprays it to, or did he? It might have stuck it through. No, he just misses to the right-hand side. There was some premature cheers that just confused me a little bit there. That one goes through for a minor score, but no, he's going to have a big role to play. He hasn't had access to any easy ball really today. That was his first clean mark. It's Triabunna exit defensive 50. Nice bit of movement there from Fisher. Strong tackle away. The tackling has been desperate. A little
too high there, was it?
Just slipped a little bit. So free kick going to Medhurst.
Absolute superstar of the Campania team, Sammy Medhurst, has been a stalwart of the team for many years.
See something he likes. Can't quite complete the transaction. Coming through the other way there was Baker. Baker goes out wide. So they just compose themselves, try and set something up, and that's Cook again. He's been really busy. Launches the ball towards half-forward. Johnston was the intended target, but there's a number of Roos around them. Hurried kick away from Reeve. Only goes as far as Cook, who lowers his eyes this time. Good kick. Now Campania have the ball at half-forward. Stopping and just assessing the options. They now pump it inside 50. Arnold caught at the back. Chance here. Gilmore gets the handball off. Good stuff. Gets the handball there once again to Cragg, but unable to get rid of it in time. Or might have been a free kick going the way of Campania. It will be.
Yeah, Cragg, he's got that one, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like he's
pretty keen to have it.
Another experienced Campania.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, can certainly kick a goal. Kicked 41 for the year. He hasn't really played sort of full forward role the whole year. He's been in a different role. Unfortunately, can't nail that one.
Yeah, just tugs that one to the left. So Campania yet to really utilise that breeze. Only have the 1 goal so far as we tick towards 7.5 minutes in this second quarter. The Roos find themselves at half back. Long kick down the line. Reeve competing and able to take the grab. Scrapping away at ground level. Go a couple of Wallabies in a row. We'll have a stoppage just on the far side of the ground. Ball's one down. Good bodywork there from Parker. Quick 1-2, Campania. Dash off half back, but straight down the throat of Fisher, who bangs the ball inside 50. Gets good purchase on that kick. Well defended there from Mackenzie, who's been a rock down there for them so far. That kick is a hurried one, and it goes as far as Lehman. Josh Lehman sees something he likes, and now Campania are out. Hurried kick towards half forward. to the advantage of his intended target, and that's where it goes to Craig. He'll now look to wheel and go. A long kick, looking towards goal. Is it going to get there? It will! The Wallabies, they get their second coast-to-coast footy. And a wonderful finish from outside 50 from the experienced Campania.
Yeah, David Craig there, obviously learning something there after his first shot on goal, which missed, and yeah, he was able to have it started a bit more right, and then the ball then sort of naturally drifted into the goals there. So yeah, no, great response there from Campania. 2-2-14 to them, 3-8-26 to Triabunna. So what's that? Only a couple of goals down now, Campania, and with plenty of time to go. 15 minutes still to go in the second quarter, so they could. Another couple of goals and they'll be right, right there basically.
Yeah, 9 minutes in return for the first goal of the quarter as well. It's been quite a stalemate as that kick goes back. A couple of Wallabies clash into each other, but it works out okay. Arnold takes the mark. Ashton Arnold chiselling ball towards Johnston, who extended his full reach, unable to quite take it. Peart gets the handball away. Works out okay. Going through that way, Brendan Clock. Into the middle of the ground, finds Jeremy Clock. The Clock's combining as Jeremy chisels it towards Clark. Numbers here should favour Campania. Medhurst, who's been immense. He kicks out in the direction of Johnston, unable to trap it. Going through there for Campania was Idstrom. Handball goes off. Now the Roos will look to set something up inside 50. Great work rate there from Fisher. He started all of that on defensive side of the wing and now finds himself inside 50 with a shot on goal. Tied up against the pocket, and with these conditions it'll be very difficult. He's a player of immense talent.
Indeed, yeah. He's kicked the 19 goals for the year. Kicked 5 goals against Oatlands in their last game, combining well there with Mitchell Reeve.
So Michael Fisher been busy early. Difficult angle. Steadies himself, buys himself a bit of extra room. Kick is on the way. Always looking to the fat side. No one able to get their hands to it. Now the Wallabies will dash away with the football, just going over and out on the full. Mastrocola moved his kick away, but now he'll be forced to take it again.
I think it confused the boundary umpire somewhat, given Dean Wall there almost took the mark when he's on the interchange bench, so I'm not too sure if the boundary umpire knew that Dean Wall was actually off.
So Mastrocola kicks the ball towards half forward, but Arnold takes the mark. What's happened here? Umpire, who's out of area, has spotted something. It's going to be a free kick going away of Triabunna. Potentially a illegal block.
Yeah, I think Mark McConnell was in a better spot there compared to Bull.
Handball goes off to Parker. Jags one way, then cuts back in, and a lovely kick and a fantastic mark there from Clark, who presented and took the strong grab, but a lovely kick inside 50.
Yeah, it was a beautiful kick from Parker. Yeah, had to be accurate, and it was. There was a lot of traffic there, but Clark led well. He'll line up for goal here.
Yeah, it was clever from Parker. He zigged one way and then zagged the other. Opened up a little pocket of room, and Clark presenting well. Looking to kick his second goal. This will be a good test of what this breeze is doing as well. Clark. Kick is on the way. Looks pretty good, but hits the post. Minor score.
Yeah, didn't quite kick through the ball. It sort of went up and sort of floated around a bit.
A bit of his the goal he kicked in the first quarter was a bit like that too. It just ended up going through. Arnold did well to bring that ball to ground. Clever kick down the line. Mark taken by Johnston. Brodie Johnston moves the ball on quickly. Kicks centrally inside 50. Dylan Peart there, unable to get there. Hurried kick over the top, and there's going to be opportunity here for Campania. Craig has the ball at the top of the goal square. He can mark this one down. The Wallabies go coast to coast and get their third. They cut the margin to just 7 points. That's a big moment. Great stuff down the wing. They just move that ball quickly and over the back. Craig able to get his second.
Yeah, huge moment there. Joshy Coates with the quick kick. He sort of picked it up and just threw it on the boot, and yeah, Craig just happened to be there in the right spot. and kicked truly to the northern end.
So the margin back to just 7 points. It's 12 scoring shots to 5. 7-point difference.
Is that how long?
Back into the middle.
12.
Umpire will take it back once again. Repeat stoppage. Arnold and Reeve continuing their battle. Reeve takes it himself. Slams it on the boot. Spiralling kick inside 50. Forced to the defending. There's Dyer. Merges with the football. Kicks out to the far side of the ground. Mastrocola cuts back in. His kick out of bounds on the full.
These two teams, I was played in a famous first semi-final a couple of years ago up at Mount Pleasant. So Campania finished 4th and Triabunna 3rd, and you know many thought that Campania were there just to make up the numbers and really hadn't defeated any team above them throughout the year. And in fact they lost to Triabunna by 89 points in the last roster match. But in the first semi-final up at Mount Pleasant there, they actually managed to scrape home by 2 points over Triabunna for a massive upset win. Pope John Paul there with the little master, the Campania coach, managed to get him over the line.
Magnificent. It's funny what finals footy can produce. Here in play, Michael Fisher has the ball just outside 50. Just ticked over 15 minutes in this second quarter. Fisher. Methodical approach. Kick is on the way. Stabbing kick into the breeze. That's a wonderful finish. Fisher with an important goal for Triabunna. That's a wonderful finish considering the conditions. Important goal for the Roos.
Massive goal.
Just get one back.
Yeah, no, massive goal in the scheme of things there. Just pegging it back. Campania with a couple of goals on the trot, but Triabunna kicking against the wind there to the Hobart end. I guess you could call it, and yeah, that's it's almost worth 2 goals. The goals that that are kicked up that end.
So we go back to the middle with a 13-point margin in favour of the home side. Paul slaps on. Going in and just extracting the football there for Campania. Slap over the top. Going through one way there. That was brave stuff from Parker. Move the ball on. Mackenzie overruns the football. Now digging in and trying to move the ball on there was Alex Cook. Umpire will take it. Cook's been lively off half back. Head to head on that occasion there with Fisher. We'll have a ball up. Kick and a half away from the Triabunna goal face. Arnold taps the ball down. Out in a little bit of space now. Coates drives the ball towards 50 and taking the mark there. That's a really good grab from Gilmore. He'll back himself in here, Alex Gilmore. He has players presenting, including a free player in the pocket, but that option's now shut down. So Gilmore from just outside 50 sets himself towards goal. He kicks truly. Campania get one back. And the goals are coming here at Triabunna. The Wallabies, they get their 4th. 4-2-26, trail Triabunna 4-9-33. A clinical finish there from Alex Gilmore.
Yeah, really good movement of the ball there by Campania. Gilmore on the one-on-one pretty much was able to take it, and his class has really shone through there. So well done to him and the Wallabies, and only 7 points now that the margin.
Yeah, 7 points the difference. 4-9 plays 4-2. 18 minutes gone in the second quarter. Back in the middle. Arnold wins it down. Reeve tries to bustle his way through. Gets the kick away. Tumbling ball. Cook may have just held on to his opponent. The umpire agreed. Handball goes over the top. Jeffrey Fisher. Little inside out kick. trying to set something up here for the Roos. Does the follow-up work? Fisher evades one tackle. Bouncing ball, last line of defence, Dyer sees it through for a point. Good defensive effort, but great follow-up stuff from Fisher. The two Fishers looking really lively. 4-10 go the Roos.
Brendan Dyer back into the side. He missed the game last week, so good to have him back in the side.
Mark taken there by Adam Daft. Daft down the line, finds Henderson. Andrew Henderson stops, props, might have run himself in a little bit of trouble. Eventually it should work out okay. Kick on the left, doesn't quite work out. Mastrocola intervenes, but his kick goes out of bounds on the full. He's pressured as he kicked the footy. It's been pretty frenetic footy for the majority of this opening half. There hasn't been a lot of stop and prop, chipping, kick, disposal game. It's been entertaining to watch. As the Wallabies go long down the line. Johnston, the target, unable to reel the mark in, but he competed well. Now at ground level, mark. If the mark wasn't taken, Dylan Pert weighs the tackle. Looks a little ginger.
Always having to take the hard ball too, Sam Medhurst. Always found at the bottom of a pack.
Reeve won the tap down. Wall got the handball away to Medhurst, who kicks it down the line. Johnston, who's been a real outlet target for them down the line for a lot of this game, he now quickly moves the ball on. Johnston kicks it towards the pocket, just away from Cragg and through for a minor score. He hasn't quite dominated yet, Johnston, but he just looks really threatening. A lot of almost moments.
He's an incredibly talented player. One of the permanent players for this year for Campania. I believe he came from Hobart last year. He's got the potential to turn the game in his favour.
Reeve and O'Brien raffle the mark. Reeve takes it, tries to go short, almost to us in the commentary position. We'll have a throw in just in front of us here.
We'll mark you down with the possession holes there, I think.
Yeah, I was almost there. I was just ready to move the table in front of us. Ball's thrown in. Reeve wins it down. High contact, free kick going the way of Campania. Taken by Josh Coates. Coates drives the ball inside 50, a little shallow, and a really good mark taken by the man in front, Mastrocola.
Yeah, one of the leading halfback players in the competition, Mastrocola. He's a delight to watch.
Goes that wide to Parker, who dropped the mark but recovers well enough, gets it off to Flynn. Ball to the outer side of the ground. Campania are going to bring it back with some interest. Long kick. Inside 50. Dangerous spot. There's a loose here for the Wallabies. Get the handball off. Chance here for Gilmore. Alex Gilmore, take a bow. Gilmore gets another. And Campania are back to within a solitary point. Nick Finlay.
Yeah, 5 goals, 3 now to Campania. That's Gilmore's second one. Cragg also with 2 and Semi-Tab with 1. So, yeah, look, this is an exciting game. It's great that the Campania can make the most of the wins. I guess can Triabunna now get 1 or 2 against the wind in these last sort of 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, so Triabunna this quarter 1 goal, 3. Campania in this quarter 4 goals. 3, so yeah, they're just starting to make the most of some opportunities here, the Wallabies. Alex Gilmore, only great surprise, a key figure in all of that. Medhurst just scrapping away. It's going to be a high contact free kick going the way of Medhurst.
Campania have never got through to a grand final as the first team into the grand final. So coming into this game as the underdog, I think suits them a little bit.
Tubb goes inside 50. At ground level, Henderson had some good moments recently. Kick around the corner, misses, out of bounds on the full there from Gone and On. One I might get you to come back to us at some point there, Nick, is the closest margin for a Triabunna game so far this year. No, they've been undefeated across the course of the season, but keen to know where they've been pushed over the course of the journey as that kick exits D50. Bouncing ball coming off half-back. Triabunna with the kick. Mark not quite taken, running back with the flight. Opens the door now for Triabunna. Midson and balls it off. Medhurst taken high. He'll get the free kick in the middle of the ground. So Medhurst, who's been in the thick of everything, the vice captain.
I couldn't be a Finlay without being able to call up a stats Aussie, but yes, 17 points is the margin of the closest game that they won. So that was in round 3 against Bothwell, up at Bothwell. 71-54.
Yeah, I felt like I was Jim Maxwell throwing a Rick for a second then. I appreciate that. Out of sight of the ground. I knew you'd have the answers for me nice and quickly.
Shout out to Dad, watching from home, no doubt.
Yeah, I've got yourself and David Ingram are two that I can always just go to with a number of football matters, and you'll come back straight away. Out of sight of the ground, we'll have a ball up. In the final stages of this opening half, it's been a really entertaining game. It's a 1-point margin. Can Campania take the lead late in this term, saving the day and taking the mark? Down back, Roos will just try and settle in the dying stages of the term. Mark taken there on the chest of Priest.
Got to be careful here, Triabunna. There's only 15 seconds to go. They can't turn it over.
Cook dashes away, kicks towards 50, just goes over and out on the full.
I think that'll save them. I think just about. So, but if Cook was able to connect with that and get it to the true centre half forward position.
As the siren sounds, an entertaining start to this game. Triabunna 4-10-34, lead Campania 5-3-33. We've had singles to Michael Fisher, Brendan Midson, Nicholas Clark and Blake Anderton for the Roos. For the Wallabies, 2 to Craig, 2 to Gilmore and 1 to Samuel Tubb. Entertaining opening half to this one. Nick, I feel like, just before we stop for the half-time break, I feel like Cook's been really impressive off half-back for the Wallabies. Medhurst's been in the thick of it as well. The Clocks and the Fishers have looked lively for Triabunna. What's really impressed you so far?
Yeah, look, I agree. Gilmore and Craig up forward have been incredibly dangerous and presenting themselves quite often. Look, as you say, Sammy Medhurst has been in amongst it the whole time. Captain Jamie Dart's been up and about. Even Nick Devine, Brody Howard, even after he copped that little knock on the chin, and Ashton Arnold presenting well, and for the Roos, look, the goal scorers, as you say, have been evenly spread, but Ryan Sweet, Brendan Clock, Aaron Parker. Even Nicholas Clark's been leading well as well. So yeah, fascinating second half coming up.
Looking forward to it. We'll take a break here from Triabunna. Second half coming up next. It's a 1-point margin in favour of the Roos.
I was up here for the first night when they played Oatlands in the night game. Once I got out about 10 minutes later, it was cold, so the bloody place was rioting. Oh, but that was just a Saturday night riot. There's something in the water here, I'm sorry. He'll get across and it'll be time to come back.
There's a wheelchair. That was the bottle one had a wheelchair.
Better than that Woodstow, did a bloke from the lead on Woodstow. There we go, they put him in the bridge car. Put him in the bridge car.
They had it on Facebook. He's lighting up with the ice on the bridge in one of those blue trolley things, and they're dragging his dress.
Next thing up was they put him in the insurance claim again. I'd say something sensible, but I know better than that. Oh, God, they're not putting Brian on there. Get over there, Paul. Take over. What? Take over as president. We'll have a coup. What? Oh, kill him. No one's going to complain. Even Mount Pleasant. They deserve each other. Oh. They start going through that mic over his head.
I don't say that about that.
About 8 minutes ago. I was at all, but apparently, the email.
That bloke is coming. What a take camera through the water.
There's a drink in the car.
I'll walk across and get a beer.
If you want to, or I can get you a drink out of the car. Do you want a drink out of the car?
Come with me, I invited him. No, it's not wrong.
Huh? Yeah. No.
You're next in line. That makes Harry, actually.
Yeah.
Fair.
I'll bring it back. You want a sandwich? You want a sandwich?
He changed him over, has he, now? He's a bit like that bloke. He changed it over, yeah. Anyone else? A bit like mine. He's only been on the side. Well, I can't change you out. Once it's over, you won't give him the money. You're right for a while before they get it. The way he was talking, they're going out on their own anyhow. Hey? I said the way he was talking the other night, they're going on their own anyhow. Oh, saucy. Going on their own? They're going to run it themselves. Trying to think about what's going on or what was. Just down, he said he wanted to talk. You have to come a fair way. You got to come home and talk to me. Yeah. She's an accountant. And she's an accountant. Or well, she's a... Someone's accountant. Sure, but tell me she's a yeah.
Business cards in there too, if you know anyone that needs.
Drink? What do you want? Me to hold?
How are you? Said you will. They're all Yes.
Yeah, no, I'll return it. When he's too big, I'll be like, yeah, it's too much.
So what have you got?
We were watching you as you were watching. Stand away.
Sorry, you got to go
For one day. I've got to protect myself from the kids. These are my fault. Comes out.
No, they don't want to shit them. So they can say that.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, so it came up on my thing, but had to do it. Oh, it's good. But it's yeah, it's come up on mine. Yes, that's why I saw the cast and was like, oh, this will be really good. It's real. No, they're like they're kind of. The kids look up the kids. Got it out! I'm just going to hang up the phone.
Are you on first or me?
You're coming to better commentary, are you?
Yep.
He gets enough coverage on him or whatever.
I'll be right here. They're the spotlight post.
Okay, yeah.
No,
You been running around? Thirsty? Oh, lucky that one's empty.
Welcome back to Triabunna, half time. It's 4:10:34 the Roos, Campania 5-3-33. A cracking game unfolding here, and it's fantastic to have Association President Brian O'Reilly with us on the live stream. Brian, thanks for joining us.
I hope you feel you're privileged.
I do feel privileged, Brian. You've looked after us, you've brought us chips. I reckon you've asked us 25 times today if we're good, so I appreciate the hospitality. How are you seeing today unfolding, and how excited are you as Association President for a day like today?
Oh, just look at the crowd. And the wind's died down a bit, so we've had a very good first game, and the second one's going to be even better, I think.
Yes, Campania just drive the ball inside 50 looking for a target. It's it's a special day, isn't it, to have a double header to start the final series. How have you seen the season overall from an association perspective?
I think it's gone very well. There's a bit of unevenness in the comp, but the final four is the most even finals we've had for a long time.
And with Campbelltown winning earlier, we were talking to Nick before that there's going to be a real change of the guard, I suppose, with a club that doesn't want to flag for a long time, reigning supreme in 2023.
Yeah, the three sides that are remaining are all very much long way away from the last time.
That goes through for a minor score. There's a lot of people here today, Brian, from these clubs, a lot of great volunteers who do so much. How have you viewed, I guess, the strength of the clubs across the course of the season and the people who do the work behind the scenes?
It's just, well, that's what community football's all about. To have a team like this is a lot of work in the backgrounds. From medical man to people running the kiosk and all that. It's a community effort. That's holding the ball.
As the ball just does pinball around a little bit at the moment. Good handball off. We'll get back to you in a second, Brian. As Campania drive the ball inside 50. A couple of players fly high, including Gilmore. Unable to get it on that occasion. We'll have a stoppage.
Brian, tell us about the Mounties this year. They obviously missed out on the finals, first time in a while.
In a long while.
Yeah. Noisy obviously did a good job coaching them throughout the year. But pretty challenging year.
Oh, challenging year. Numbers were a little bit light on, but they were already talking next year. And but huge. The last home game, a huge crowd. Everything off the field's pretty good. It's just we had to get a few more people on the ground.
Yep. Shorter season, as it is, Brian, at the moment. Are you in favour of a shorter season over a longer round season? 14 rounds, of course, is what we play at the moment. What are your thoughts?
The bonuses of the ODFA is that it's short season. It suits older players. And just the fact that most sides only train one night a week, and it is a short season, are all bonuses for getting good players to come back and have a good time in the twilight of their career.
It's fantastic to have the high contact there. Put the hand up to apologise straight away as well. The umpire says play on. We'll just wait for the next stoppage to touch base again there, Brian. Tied up in the pocket. Good tackle by Mackenzie over the line. Fantastic to have this game today, the two games today, live stream like we did last year. Andrew McCarthy's done a lot of work to bring that to life. What's your view as association of being able to showcase a couple of games at the end of the year?
Well, let's talk about Andrew first. Good bloke and an Adelaide Crows supporter. What more could you want?
True. I don't know about the Adelaide Crows element, but he is a good fella. There's no doubt about that. Doing great work as a member of the Jim's Test and Tag team now. But no, it is fantastic to have these games live streamed, isn't it?
Yeah, and Bennett's Petroleum, but mainly Harrison Agents. It's all a part of the package. They get exposure. And I know Campbelltown Hotel had a day on today with this live stream. And it's all about putting our game forward. I'm sure there'll be people on the mainland watching it.
Fantastic as that kick goes centrally. Arnold can't quite take it. Fisher mopping around. Kick around the corner from Fisher. Pretty good looking kick and it's through. Triabunna get the goal to start the quarter. A really good finish there from Fisher over the corner.
Second goal of the day. That's certainly broken open just a little bit there. Triabunna's first goal of the quarter, 4 minutes in. Brian, the grand final's coming up in a couple of weeks. You're obviously excited for that. Can any differences to last year in terms of the day?
Well, first off, next week is the preliminary final, and the Bullock Festival's on the same time. So you can go up and watch the Bullock Festival, the parade, and then go to the Oatlands Oval and watch some very good football. grand final, it'll be much the same as last year. Oz kickers first, then the national anthem, and then on to the game, which I'm sure is going to be a fantastic effort.
Yep. Absolutely.
I'll leave you blokes to it, I think.
We've got two more for you.
Yep.
One is there's been a bit of talk about other teams potentially joining the competition next year.
More than talk.
More than talk. Some real Swansea potentially coming back in.
Swansea, I've got a coach in line, I think. They've definitely got a committee, and a very strong committee. And they're lining up most things. They'll make a presentation to the ODFA in September.
Fantastic. And I've got one to finish on. Is it true that Carl Stefanovic invited you to the Logies as his +1 and you rejected him?
It is not true, because I would have sent Tubes towing along in my place.
Well, we look forward to seeing Tubes on the stream in a couple of weeks as the mark's taken. Thank you, Brian. Thanks for all the work you're doing, and thanks for joining us on the stream. Greatly appreciate your time and all the work you do. As we now go to play, the ball is in the hands of Brodie Johnston, who's been really lively so far throughout this game. Once again, a big thanks to Brian for joining us on the stream. He's had a busy day today, and he's done fantastic work across the course. A real ambassador for the competition, which is fantastic.
Yeah, and it's fabulous to have have a president that's up and about and happy to promote the association and goes out of his way to actually talk about it. And the association's better off as a result of it.
That is a great finish from Johnston. Gun barrel straight. Campania get the immediate response, and it's goal for goal to start this third term. Magnificent work as we see the teams come back into the middle of the ground, and it's all even at 5:10:40 to 6:4:40. Even ball game here, and go back into the middle of Triabunna Oval with scores level. They played 6 and a bit minutes in this third term. Looking forward to just seeing how this unfolds. It was a great finish from Johnston, kicking into the breeze. As we go back, Reeve and Arnold resume their battle. Arnold wins it down. Scrapping away at ground level was Medhurst. Players come in and we'll have another stoppage. So, Campania just continuing to kick goals in crucial moments, and that Johnston finish was really important in the context of this game.
Yeah, big game player Brodie Johnston for the Wallabies.
Medhurst goes inside 50, unable to find the target, but a good handball out wide. An opportunity here. Baker in the pocket. Kurt Baker kicks the goal. Campania get another. The travelling fans are absolutely loving it, and the Wallabies lead for the first time this afternoon. 7:4:46 to Triabunna, 5:10:40.
Yeah, big moment there in the game. Baker able to snap truly there from the right hand pocket, moving towards the Hobart end there of the ground, and a great goal from him. Campania 1 goal up now. What are we? 7.5 minutes in, so plenty of time to go, and that breeze we kept talking about it, Oz. I think it's dropping off even a bit more now. So a real arm wrestle.
Certainly is. Reeve out of the middle, wins a tap down. Clever tap on there from Fisher, back to his feet as well. Lovely tie, potentially taken higher. The umpire spotted it too. Free kick going the way of Samuel Tubb. Tubb's got Medhurst on short. That's where he eventually is going to go. He's been prolific, Medhurst. He opts to go short as well. Johnston can't quite reel in the mark. Presented well, unable to quite do so. We'll have a throw in just in front of us. Broadcast side of the ground. It's just a little bit of extra energy in the air, I think. Nick, Campania have started this quarter well. Back in the middle.
Yeah, Triabunna really been tested here now. This will show us how good they are, being able to respond to this sort of pressure.
Good kick from Fisher towards half forward was there in favour of his intended target Delaney, but the Wallabies are going to march away with the football. Running back, Arnold can't take the grab. Good mark taken there, and Clock goes inside 50, can't quite get it to Clark. Dashing his way through, unable to get rid of it cleanly. Now the Wallabies will bounce out a defensive 50. Can't quite take the mark on that occasion there, Plunkett, but moves the ball on. Clean bowls the Triabunna player. Johnston swoops in on the footy. Up and under kick towards half forward. A couple of Roos fly. They spoil each other in the end. Got it on. Gets it off. Finds himself in a little bit of room. Lays it out in front of Gilmore. Can't quite take the mark. At ground level, the Wallabies continuing to surge. Kick goes towards the pocket. Ball somehow stays in play. Tapped back in. The Roos close down and eventually get the clearing kick out of D50.
It's certainly stepped up a notch or two this game here, Oz. That's going to be a free kick there. O'Brien there in the middle, on the right now, kicking to go forward. Arnold, I think. Is that Arnold? Yes.
Yeah, Arnold takes the mark. It's been frenetic last couple of minutes. That's a really good mark. Now, on the far side of the ground.
Brody Howe took a knock earlier on in the game. Good to see him back in the play.
Medhurst got his kick away. Howard there with the follow-up as well. Ball to win now at half-back for Triabunna. They do well. Get it off to Sweet. Sweet drives it towards half-forward. Dyer picks it up well and just shows a bit of dash. He's done that a few times today. Takes a bounce. Eventually gets his kick away. Coming through the other way and flying high was O'Brien, doing so illegally. It's going to be a free kick going to Campania, and that's a big collision.
Mastrocola, I think that might be Oz. Could be wrong.
Yeah, no, I think it was.
Yep.
Cool.
Is it Blair? Is it Plunkett, is it? No, it looks like Nick Devine potentially there, going short. And Axel read that better. Alex Sweet.
It was a big collision, wasn't it? It was just desperation from both teams. So Triabunna, I feel like they might just try and take a bit of sting out of the game at the moment. It's been pretty frenetic, but they play on this occasion. Dancing on the far side of the ground. Dyer can't quite take the mark. The Roos now find themselves inside 50. Clark takes the mark. Judged that well. Really strong hands.
Yeah, really talented player, Nicholas Clark. Long hands there, known to take the marks out in front of him, and yeah, that one-on-one battle there with Jakey Newnham. Got the mark. He's taking a very long run up there. He's almost in the centre of the ground there, Oz.
Certainly is. Ben Brown style on the tarmac, and begin his approach now. He crosses the centre square. Gets plenty of height on the kick, but always look to be to the right-hand side, so through for a minor score. So, 1 goal, 1 this quarter so far, Triabunna. Campania, 2 goals, 1. Back into the middle. Parker kicks it into the pocket. A little too much on the kick. Good bit of dash shown there by Anderson. Tied up in the pocket, misses. Looked likely there. Another behind. So 5-12 Triabunna. Campania 7-4-46. 4-point margin in favour of the visitors.
Thought that might have been Anderson's second goal, which of course he's due for. Hasn't kicked just a solitary goal in a game.
Likely type down there for him, isn't he? He's going to cause some headaches for the Wallabies over the course of the next quarter and a bit. Parker hacks it inside 50. It's just gone over and out. We'll have a throw in. So, frenetic stuff. We're about halfway through this third term. A direct ticket to the grand final is on the line today. The loser will play Campbelltown, who got the chocolates earlier today against Bothwell in an entertaining game. Out of the ruck. Unable to take it cleanly, Delaney. Fisher tried to extract it, but the umpire had already called the whistle. Just in front of the Triabunna club rooms, there's a good crowd in here at Triabunna. Healthy representation for the 4 clubs competing across the course of today.
Yeah, good crowd over there, Oz. Just to the left of the club rooms there, plenty of spectators watching on with keen interest.
Ball 1 down. Cook, who's been likely off half back, just dropped the footy. Now we'll be holding the ball, so an opportunity here for Triabunna. Right on 50, tied up against the pocket. It's going to be Reeve. Or Delaney, I should say. See what he can do from here. 4 points, the deficit for his side. Floating ball into the pocket. Plenty of players around and taking the mark. Extending the hands was Blake Anderton. Took a good grab, but here's an opportunity for him to kick goal number 2.
Strong hands there from Anderson. It could be a good chance here to kick it. Will he go around the body? He does slightly.
There goes the check side in the end and makes no mistake. So that's a lead change. 6-12, 48 Triabunna. Campania 7-4, 46. This game is full of twists and turns and shifts of momentum. That's our second lead change. Triabunna get back in front by 2. Entertaining game of footy.
Cracking game, Oz. Great way to to kick off our final series here in 2023. Campbelltown, of course, quite comfortable winners in the end over Bothwell earlier this morning. But today's second semi-final here. This is proving to be a cracker.
So we go back to the middle of the ground. Arnold v Reeve. Reeve wins it down rather handsomely. Great speed and attack on the football there from Medhurst. Now the support comes. Handball out into a little bit of space. Good composure shown there from Dart. Now that kick only goes as far as Parker. Parker moves it quickly. And then goes back to Cook. So kick to kick at the moment. Kick there from Cook is a good one. Finds Arnold. Arnold floats it out wide. Campania just lost a bit of momentum the last 5 minutes or so. Kick goes out to the outer side of the ground and coming in late. It was a mark or a free kick. Take your pick. So through Midson, Triabunna will now launch the ball towards 50. Brendan Midson, high up and under kick. Campania with the numbers at the back of the pack, although bobbing up there was Clark, unable to trap it cleanly. Tries to go back in to get it. Campania defending grimly. So too the defenders there, the defensive forwards, I should say. And they're going to be rewarded with a free kick through Fisher. He just makes things happen when he's around the footy.
Yeah, he's a busy player, Jeff Fisher. He likes getting in amongst it. He certainly puts his body on the line quite often, and got the free kick here.
So Fisher just in front of where some Bothwell Rabbits people are watching the footy.
Plenty of advice being given there, I'm sure.
Tight up against the pocket. He's been lively today, but looking for his first. Fisher goes with the drop punt, centres the ball in the end, and mark's taken. A good grab there from Luca Emerton. And there's a chance here for Triabunna to extend the margin out to 8 points. Good mark taken there from Emerton. Just used his height. Moves it on pretty quickly. Makes no mistake, does Emerton. He loves it too. The Triabunna faithful are enjoying it at home, and Triabunna get another. Their 7th goal of the contest. 7-12-54 to Campania 7-4-46. So 2 quick goals opens up a little bit of a buffer for the Roos.
Yeah, good kick there from Emerton. He's one of the younger players again who's joined the club this year. His father was a very good footballer, good on him for kicking that goal. And the Roos just nudge ahead a little bit more.
Yeah, just issuing a bit of a challenge now. In the way of Campania, 2 goals in pretty quick succession. We've almost ticked over 18 minutes in this third quarter. Here in the middle, good attack on the football there from Daft. Doesn't get the connection he would have wanted on the kick. Now they scrap away at ground level. The umpire will come in to intervene. So ball thrown up. Reeve won the tap down. Good strength shown there from Mastrocola, or O'Brien. Now gets it off. Chance here for Triabunna to go inside 50. Good kick, and Fisher takes the grab.
Triabunna for the last couple of years, crossed from Dosa a couple of years ago. So he's a very, very talented player.
Yeah, just clever with the way he plays the game. Good work rate as well. Well one down there by Reeve. Almost goes inside 50. Cook with a hurried kick, only as far as Parker. The Roos look irrepressible at the moment. Clark takes the mark. And another opportunity here for Triabunna. They just seem to have all the answers at the moment. This would be for 4 goals in the matter of about 6 minutes, I reckon.
Yep. Aaron Parker's very quick kick there from the midfield, right into the forward line. Sort of caught the Campania defenders sort of off track a little bit. Clark here going for goal.
Kick is on the way from Clark, and he loves it too. The Roos are on a roll. Clark gets his second. Triabunna get their 9th. And it's all coming up Triabunna in this third quarter at home against the Wallabies.
Yeah, perhaps Triabunna's fitness just on show here a bit more. Campania, of course, started the quarter quite well. They need to respond now and try to stop the flow of goals going to the left of screen.
It's been a little bit of a goal fest across the course of this third term. But Campania just need to find a way to stem the bleeding at the moment. 21 minutes into this quarter. Good, clever stuff there from Clock. Got it out in the direction of Jeremy. Ball just tumbling around at the moment. Good underground handball, I should say, there from Clock to O'Brien. Now they find themselves inside 50. Handball from Clock sets up an opportunity. Dancing towards goal. Shack side kick. It's another goal through Idstrom. And the Roos have all the momentum at home. They get another. And a lovely finish there from Idstrom outside of the boot.
Yeah, they're looking unstoppable at the moment, Oz. That play there, sort of, the centre half forward area, they're just dominating. Adam Daff needs to make some changes down there in defence. I think there's plenty of hands on hips at the moment from the Wallaby defenders. They can't wait for the 3/4 time siren to sound, I think.
So it's 6 goals 2 to 2 goals of 1 across this quarter, and Campania kicked those 2 goals in a hurry.
Yep.
The last 10 minutes has just been all Triabunna. And Wall, who drives the ball forward, really looking to try and calm things down here for Campania. Appeared unable to keep it in and go out of balance.
Yeah, super stuff from the Roos. This is what we've seen from them throughout the year, and while they are top of the ladder undefeated, they were always going to put the foot down at some stage, and I think we've just seen it. I guess the big question is, can Campania respond with sort of 2.5 minutes to go?
And that breeze has been favouring the left-hand side, which Campania have been kicking to in the last term, does seem to have died down a bit. So a couple of things going against them, but that kick now is a pretty good one, and the mark's taken. Great attack there on the football. Mark taken by Howard. Good young player there for Campania. And he's got an opportunity to steady the ship and give Campania a goal that they desperately need.
Yeah, just take some of the sting out of the last 10 minutes or so. If he can nail this, bring it back to sort of a 20-point margin.
Kick is on the way. He makes no mistake. They needed that one, the Wallabies. That's an important kick from Howard. And against the run of play, that's something that they desperately needed. Plenty of noise coming from the Campania bench. I know how important that is. The margin cut back to 20.
Yeah, very, very important goal there. Is there time for one more minute and a half to go? Well, I get the feeling this quarter isn't quite over just yet, Oz.
It's been, as we said, a bit of a goal fest, hasn't it? 3 goals to Campania, 6 goals to Triabunna. So we go back into the middle of the ground. O'Brien goes one way, eventually handballs the other. Sets things up for Clark, who's quick back onto his feet. Parker, with ball in hand, just been corralled. Reeve tries to punch it on. Campania eventually cut the footy off. Plunkett goes out wide. Mark taken there by Wall. Dean Wall. Looks to go short. Ball cut off. Really good defensive effort there from Alex Sweet, the skipper. And we'll have a throw in just in front of the playground, opposite wing from where we are here, in a fantastic truck, thanks to Walkers, who've kindly allowed us to just be in a little bit of comfort today here at Triabunna.
Yeah, great effort there by Walkers. We thank them very much for this.
And a big thanks to Harrison Agents and Bennett's Petroleum for their continued support of the ODFA over the course of the season. Arnold gets it out to Wall. Hack kick towards half-forward. Taft gets the ball, and it was a likely build-up for Campania, but they just ran out of time. So that will be all she wrote for the third term, and it was a quarter owned by the Roos in the end. 10-12-72. They lead Campania 8-4-52. And it's, looking at that scoreboard and the way that quarter ended up playing out, it's difficult to remember that Campania actually did find themselves in front early in that quarter. We'll quickly run through the goal kickers and then take a break before the final quarter action. For Triabunna, 3 to Michael Fisher, 2 to Nicholas Clark, 2 to Blake Anderton, and singles to Emerton, Idstrom and Brendan Midson. While for Campania, 2 to Cragg, 2 to Gilmore, singles to Johnston, Baker, Howard and Tubb. So a 20-point margin in favour of Triabunna. One big quarter left to play, a grand final ticket, a direct ticket to the grand final on the line. The loser will play Campbelltown next weekend. Don't go anywhere. Big final quarter coming up next.
John gets out there.
He's so happy!
I think just a bit of something there.
And I was like, she missed it like
if there's changes, it's probably the current one.
and then
Yeah, I've had the same, but
and then she was like, oh, Hello. Yeah, that's what she tried to take all the important jobs here.
The tough one. What do you do? something with the intermission.
Who comes on, who comes off. If anyone gets sent off, it's the super.
How'd you get roped into that?
I don't know, you usually do.
Oh, do you? Okay. You've got to concentrate on the game.
That's right.
Yeah. True. Yeah. So did you do the game before as well? Oh, did you? I didn't see the first game. Oh, really? It was a bit fiery, wasn't it? Oh my God. Yeah, this has been great experience. All right, I'll leave you to report the job.
You should have seen Tom over here before farming out all the
Quite nice out there.
Yeah, just stand out there during the game. Like member, I can go where I want. You know who I am.
Yeah, I sit down there in the middle.
Went all the way out.
Probably have to go to stretcher if they run into me.
Ready to tell? Not what you kid.
When you drop?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking God.
They get the first goal.
So in the front.
What I was 15 feet.
My stepdad wrote back, oh my
Quarter
God.
past. Quarter past plus a few seconds. No, you can piss off. Cool. The goal, I've got the margin ticket money, the goal I'm...
Welcome back to Triabunna, the final quarter of today's semi-final doubleheader. This is semi-final 2 between the Triabunna Roos and the Campania Wallabies. Triabunna yet to drop a game in season 2023. They did find themselves down midway through that third term, but rallied late to lead this one by 20 points heading into the final quarter. Nick Finlay, this game is still up for grabs, but Campania are going to have to do a lot of things right, particularly with that breeze that's favoured the left-hand side of the ground, just starting to fade a bit in the last half hour or so.
Yeah, spot on. Look, Campania have a real opportunity here to hit back early. If they get a couple of goals on the board early on, then Triabunna are going to have to really take stock and try to hold on basically. But we'll see how it goes.
This game is still up for grabs. 20 points the margin in favour of the Roos, but Campania quickly get the ball forward of centre out of the stoppage, and Henderson has taken the mark just outside 50. What can he do to start this term? He's going to back himself in.
Coach's kick straight out of the middle. Adam Deft straight to Henderson.
Henderson just sets the kick up, goes with the breeze a bit. It's still in play, but just goes through hands and minor score. So, quick start. Campania on the board in the first 30 seconds, but just a minor score. Triabunna now to bring the ball back into play. Kick to our broadcast side of the ground. A long kick. Thumping kick at the back of the pack, and just protecting the ball well there was Kurt Flynn. Takes the mark. Flynn massages the ball down the line. Good kick there to Parker. A couple of the prime movers combining. Parker further down the line to Zach Priest. Priest sets the ball up inside 50, and it's marked by Fisher. One of the first chains of uncontested marks we've seen towards that end of the ground across the course of the day, I reckon, Nick.
Quite a straightforward passage of play there for the Roos. Adam Deft to be a bit disappointed there with the movement that the Roos were able to find, just sneaking their way in front of us here on the commentary side.
So Michael Fisher already has 3 goals to his name. 1 in the second quarter, 2 in the third. Can the Mercurial number 3 deliver his fourth? He instead see something he likes centrally, but it doesn't quite work out. And here come the Wallabies. Great bit of dash off half back. They find themselves at half forward. Johnston unable to trap the mark in the end, but he evades a couple. Now just spirals the ball inside, attacking 50. Gilmore caught at the back. Here Henderson has a bit of room if the ball sits for him. It does. Henderson tries to get the handball away. Fantastic defensive pressure from Kurt Flynn. Saves the day for the Roos.
Yeah, it took a bit too long there, Henderson. I think he hesitated. Didn't quite know whether to kick it or handball it. But unfortunately for the Wallabies, Triabunna coming out. Although, what's the run a bit too far there, I think, by the looks of it?
Yeah, Midson running too far, so free kick going the way of Campania.
It's going to come right back in again.
This game's been full of twists and turns. Running too far for a kick. I probably didn't have on the bingo card from that, but opportunity here for Campania. Kick the ball inside 50, instead opts to go short to Arnold.
Arnold's got a booming kick on him if he gets onto it, but he might be looking to pass it off here to someone like Gilmore.
That's the direction he goes, unable to take the grab, but he now ground level Gilmore, scrapping away. Triabunna come in to try and lock this ball in, but they somehow extracted the Wallabies. Tackle lay, but a good chain of handballs lands with O'Brien. Justin O'Brien. Handballs are back, looking for Midson, who's met heavily by Arnold, and we're going to have a stoppage.
Yeah, really fascinating passage of play here now.
Reeve slaps it down to O'Brien, who's stripped of the football. Umpire said he got rid of it. Reeve, nice little pirouette, got his kick away. Dyer didn't take the football. Other player was coming the other way, and now Triabunna can go inside 50, a genuine one-on-one. Well defended there by McKenzie, but they continue to surge the ball forward here to the Roos. Clark, can he take the mark? I think he has, right on the goal line. That's an excellent mark, running back with the flight. Well, they'll call it as a behind. I'm not 100% sure. It will be a behind.
Behind, yep.
Thought he might have reeled it in, but he didn't. So Campania will bring the ball back into play. Mark taken by Dyer. Showing good dash off half back. Medhurst trying to get rid of the football. He's stripped of it by his fellow number 4. Great pressure there from Brendan Clark. Clark goes short. The mark's been taken there by Priest. Priest sees something he likes. There's a player unmarked, but the ball just sits in the air for a little bit. It's going to be a free kick for interference there. And they've taken the advantage, and they kick the goal. So a big moment in the context of this final term. The goal's been kicked, and Triabunna, I think it might have been through Jeffrey Fisher.
Correct,
it was.
Yep.
So he gets his first goal of the contest, and Triabunna, they kick their 11th and extend that lead. That's a big blow for Campania.
It is. Look, the Wallabies had a few opportunities there to take the ball forward. Couldn't really get it past the forward line. Out here on the wing. Sammy Medhurst couldn't quite get it on. Look, the Roos respond in the best possible way there. They skip out to a 26-point lead.
Ball thrown up. Reeve wins it down to O'Brien. O'Brien just handballs out into a little bit of space. First to it, there is Daft. Gets it off. Just clean bowls, Howard. Numbers now come in for Triabunna. Fisher. Crafty kick, but the result wasn't what he wanted. Only goes as far as Baker. Towards half forward. Clever little tap on there from Cragg. Gets it off. Baker does a follow-up work. Handballs it out. Johnston gets on his left boot, kicks it towards the top of the goal square. A couple of players fly. That's Johnston, I should say. Keeps the ball in play. Screws one over the shoulder. Oh. Johnston kicks the goal. Tremendous finish. Campania get the immediate response. They needed it. They go to 9-5-59. Triabunna 11-13-79. 20 points of difference, 6.5 gone, final term.
Yeah, Johnson's second goal there. Very clever snap around the body there. You did well also to keep it in. Like it was, from here it looked like it was about to go over the behind line, but he was able to grab it and compose himself and snap it, and back to 20 points.
Back to 20 points. Of course, no time on in these games, so Campania need to make sure they're doing things well from here, but still well and truly within reach. Reeve and Arnold. Reeve has done that a few times today. Gets it out in the direction of Fisher. Campania escape with the football. Good kick out in the direction there of Wall, who didn't execute the way he would have liked. It's going to bounce over and out. We'll have a throw in. Half-forward flank here for the Wallabies.
Yeah, disappointing kick there from Wall. Should have been able to drive that straight into the full forward area.
Ball to be thrown back into play. Here we go. Reeve won it down. Good pressure there from Medhurst, tied up against the line. He makes sure that goes over and out. He's been himself, hasn't he, Sam Medhurst today? He's been in the thick of everything.
Yeah,
plenty of the football.
Absolute superstar of the Campania team, best and fairest winner last year. Has won it 3 out of the times before that as well. But been the club captain on at least a couple of occasions as well.
Fisher trying to crap that football, couldn't quite do so. Chance here for Campania. Kick right to the pocket, out of bounds.
Point
it will be, sorry. So minor score. Triabunna to bring the ball back into play. Kick out to far side of the ground. Parker takes the grab, moves it on. Looking for his teammate there in Peart. They eventually get the ball down the line. Clark, who's been so crafty over the course of the afternoon.
It's got a man up here, the Wallabies.
Clark drives it towards half forward, not quite to the advantage of his intended target. Trying to handball it back into play there was Plunkett, but he just ran out of room. Another throw in, half forward for Triabunna.
A bit later in the day too, these players are used to playing Oz. The games during the roster season start at 1:30. So, this being a 2 o'clock start, the traditional time, some players might find that the day getting on a bit.
Good tackle on that occasion, and they'll be rewarded here, Triabunna. And it's same for this morning's game as well, a little bit out of the way with an earlier start too. Finals footy always a bit of a different beast, but a chance here through Goodwin for Triabunna. He gets the handball off, a long kick towards the goal line. Plenty of players there, but the man in front takes the mark. It's Blake Anderton. He's got 2 to his name. It's been outstanding down there for them. And he'll now look to try and snare goal number 3 and make things really difficult for Campania. That's what he does. A good finish. The home crowd loves it. 12-13, 85, Triabunna. Campania 9-6-60. Back out to a 25-point margin.
Yeah, really good mark there from Anderton. Right in the pack there. And was able to kick that, extend the lead. I think Triabunna now certainly have the advantage. 14 and a half minutes to go. Campania is still not out of it yet.
Arnold won the tap down on that occasion, looking for Medhurst, who does really well, kicks it out of the air. Big ball to win now, clever tap on. Wallabies just trying to surge it forward, but Peart emerges with the football down back. Kick out in the direction of Parker. Can't quite get there in time, now he has a couple to beat. Here's a chance for Campania. Handball goes back, chance to go forward. Good little 1-2, eventually finds Howard. Kicks to the hot spot, the tall targets are down there. Gilmore's there. So too his teammate there in Craig. They've run out of room and it'll be out of bounds just towards the Triabunna change rooms.
Got to convert here. The Wallabies, I feel, they need to get a score on the board from this passage of play.
Ball comes in. Hurried kick away there for Triabunna. Gets him a little bit of room. One-on-one, just reading the ball better on that occasion there was Priest, but Campania pressure comes and they'll be rewarded. The Wallabies set things up. Couple of players down there. Johnston, one of the targets, unable to get there. Here's a chance. Dashing through some traffic, getting his kick away. That is a tremendous goal.
It's Kurt Baker,
what a finish. I think it was Kurt Baker. That is a remarkable finish. Looked like he lost his footing, had the pirouette, then had the composure to slam it on the boot. That is a big moment in this game. Huge and a big finish.
Huge goal, Oz. It was able to break the tackle sort of on a couple of occasions there and compose himself. And got the goal back. So, wow. What have we got? That's 19 points again. They're not. They need to make some more inroads here, though. Just need to keep the momentum going.
Is that the spark that just breathes a bit of life into this last quarter for Campania? Every time they've done this over the last quarter and a bit, Triabunna just seem to have the answers. Let's see what unfolds now. Long kick towards half forward for the Bunna. Campania hold things up. They run out of room over and out. 13 and change gone in this final term. 19 points the difference. It's been a cracking game. And whoever wins has certainly earned their direct ticket to the grand final. Umpire spotted something. Free kick for holding going the way of Campania. Got the ball at half back. Spearing ball. And a good mark taken there from Johnston. He's presented well all day. He dropped a couple early, but he held on really well on that occasion. That ball just falls short, though. Mark not completed. Peart wrapped up by a couple of Wallabies, and here they go. Kick to go inside 50 here from Coates. A long kick, top of the goal square. Mastrocola has the sit, and he takes a comfortable mark. See something he likes there in Fisher, Mastrocola. Now Fisher will spear one down the line. Dyer does well and sees it over and out for a throw-in. I've liked Dyer's game.
Yeah, he's come back really well after missing last week. I think he had a niggly. He copped a knock in the Campbelltown game, I'm pretty sure. So had last week off, but he's come back strong.
Pulls one down. Daft couldn't get there first, instead it was Clock. He then turned tackler. Daft now with the handball away. The umpire says play on. Just trying to bullock his way through there was Jeremy Clock. And we'll have a stoppage just outside attacking 50. Every contest just has a real air of tension about it at the moment. Reeve won the tap down. Two players there engaged in a bit of a wrestle. It's Goodwin up against Daft. Reeve climbs over the top, got the tap down. Clock wrapped up in a strong tackle. A little high in the end, says the umpire. Campania fans not delighted with that call.
Yeah, certainly looked a bit high as the tackle was laid and sort of rode Jeremy into the ground.
Short kick there finds Brendan Clock. Clock, a little much on the kick, but it might work out okay here. Oh, really good stuff there from Cook. Intervened at the right moment. Cook kicks in the direction of Arnold, who uses his size but can't take the grab. Forced to turn tackler. Ball's coughed up to Daft. He goes in the direction of Baker. Kurt Baker Pops the ball inside 50. Craig's got 2 to beat. Keeps his feet though. Ball, if it sits nicely, could create an opportunity for him. Screws one back around the corner into the pocket. Players right from everywhere. Gilmore won the tap down. The ball just staying inside the field of play. Peart with the handball out in a little bit of space. Really good tackle there from Fisher. Locks things up for Triabunna. Ball continuing to bubble around, and we'll eventually have a stoppage just outside attacking 50.
Jeremy.
Reeve held his ground, tries to take the ball out himself, doesn't get purchase on the kick. Strong tackle laid. No easy possessions. 17 minutes into the final quarter of this one.
Triabunna will be happy with this. Just a few stoppages here and there, just eating up some precious seconds. Campania need to score 4 times if they are going to win.
Reeve won the tap down. Wall at the bottom of the pack, trying to extract the football. Tackling was sweet. We'll have another stoppage. So no complaints here for Triabunna, you're right, Nick. No time on in these games. 17 and a half gone now. Time quickly becoming the enemy now for the Wallabies. Reeve over the top. And we'll have yet another stoppage just in front of the scoreboard. It's been fantastic being up here at Triabunna today. Great doubleheader. Although it's been windy that left-hand side of the screen, it's been wonderful blue skies and sunshine over us all afternoon. Ball's thrown in. Clark dashes away from the stoppage. Kicks out into space. Now it's a foot race. Leading it here will be the Campania player who can't quite take it cleanly on the first go there, Tubb. Now it brings in some reinforcements for him. Hurried handball goes away. The Roos just trying to surge the ball out of this contest. Dyer turns tackler, does well. Hurried kick away. And then goes as far as Reeve. Just takes a little bit off the kick. Goes between a couple of Roos, tied up against the boundary line. Priest just kicks it out in front, waiting for someone to run onto it. Doing so, Anderton, fair way from home, gets the handball off. Good run and carry from the Roos. Clock, Parker I should say, wrapped up in the tackle, out of bounds on the full. So, Campania in their back pocket. They need 4 goals to win this game of football. To book a direct ticket to the grand final, they're going to need to get a move on. Arnold couldn't take the mark. Medhurst pushed off the footy. Another stoppage just on our broadcast side of the ground. Time running out here for Campania.
Triabunna digging deep here, I feel. They're just, they're able to slow the ball down. Every minute the Campania doesn't score is a win for the Roos, basically. And yeah, they're tantalisingly close to getting a spot in the grand final in a fortnight's time up at Oatlands.
Yeah, it's those players like O'Brien and Clock who are just putting the clamps on around the ball at the moment. They don't on that occasion, though. They try and get rid of the football through Wall. Wall in the direction of Johnston. Keeps his feet crucially. Johnston kicks out in the direction of Gilmore, who's in a one-on-one. Gilmore takes the mark. Johnston and Gilmore combine, and Alex Gilmore knows that time's the enemy, so he quickly gets back off his mark. Sets himself towards goal. Alex Gilmore has 2 to his name. Can he kick his 3rd and most important goal of the day? He does! There's still a pulse for the Wallabies. Gilmore gets his 3rd. Campania cut the margin to 13 points. 11-6-72, plays 12-13-85.
Exciting finish coming up here, Oz. I'd say, plenty more time still for at least 2 or 3 more goals. Both sides need to dig deep late on the semi-final day of the 2023 ODFA semi-final day.
It's been a game of twists and turns and momentum swings. Just a 6-6-6.
Here we go.
Infringement. Campania will have the footy in the middle of the ground. Arnold kicks in the direction of Craig, unable to get there in time. They tunnel the ball forward. Johnston tries to get the handball in the direction of a teammate. Just handballs into some space. Craig gets it out. Chance here for Campania. Tied up in the pocket. Bouncing ball towards goal. Missing.
12 points. The difference, Oz.
Important points.
Important points, you could say, in the context of the game.
And just looking there behind play, Brodie Johnston down and a little worse for wear. We'll keep an eye on that.
That'll be a blow for the side if he struggles to get back up again.
Desperate stuff there from Tubb. Just got a hand to stop the Clark mark. Clark does compose and kicks to gain a couple of metres before it bounces out of bounds. So Johnston still down behind play, which is of concern. And they've now called time due to the injury.
Called time.
So we'll take a look at that. So Johnston still down behind play. He's been a massive figure across the course of this game. You can cut the tension with a knife. Nick, it is just
absolutely can.
The stage is set for what's going to be a remarkable finish. We've now got an injury just to throw in the mix. Bit of extra time too. So 12-13-85 plays 11-7-73 over the course of this final quarter. Triabunna have kicked 2 goals, 1. Campania have kicked 3 goals, 3.
So time's just gone back on there again, Oz. So the clock on your screen might not quite be accurate in terms of the 25 minutes, just for the viewers.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated as best we can on where we're at. Probably lost about 45 seconds to a minute there. Fisher, bottom of the pack. The umpire's going to take it himself. So 12 points the difference. 2 straight kicks. It's been an epic final. Yeah, Fisher a little worse for wear, but back under his feet now. Reeve only won it down as far as Medhurst. Medhurst kick, a high up and under towards half forward. A really good punch over the line there from Fisher, who's done it all today. Defensive actions, offensive actions, 3 goals to his name.
Yeah, he's been a superstar today for the Triabunna Roos. Yeah, real team effort so far. They just need to pull together for these last couple of minutes, and they'll be home. But yeah, it isn't over yet though.
So Daff just runs out of room. We'll have another throw in. Half forward for Campania. It's the right end of the ground for them. Paul comes in. Arnold tries to take it himself. Hurried kick again. That's going to go out of bounds. It does. So crucial minutes ticking down here.
Yep, they're happy to find the boundary line, the Roos, where they can. Precious seconds ticking by.
Last couple of minutes of this game. 2 goals the difference. Campania need to get one quickly. Tap one down. Medhurst trying to extract the football away. He can't. We'll have another stoppage. It's been a colossal battle between these midfields. Reeve takes it himself, wrapped up in the tackle, and we'll have another stoppage. The Roos just grinding things out here. Arnold wins it down. Clock tied up against the line. Medhurst gets him to drop the football, and we'll have another stoppage. Tension building. Triabunna just getting closer and closer to a direct ticket to the grand final.
It's a game of inches, Oz, isn't it? Just
yeah, it's a war of attrition the last couple of minutes, that's for sure. Just trying to buy some territory, but Campania need more than territory. They need goals.
They need goals, big time.
And time is running out. This has been an epic battle. I only hope that the grand final in a fortnight's time is as intense and the quality of this.
You'd think Bull, the umpire, would be keen to pull out a free kick about now. There's been 7 or 8 stoppages in a row.
Desperate stuff from the Triabunna midfield brigade. Just trying to extract the football again here, Campania. Once again, we'll have a stoppage. And Triabunna are through to the 2023 ODFA Grand Final. The undefeated run continues with an epic 12-point win over Campania. It was a magnificent game of football, full of twists and turns, but one that was won by the home side, Triabunna. An epic game. They just did enough in the crucial moments to win by 12 points. Campania were gallant and their season remains alive. They'll face Campbelltown next weekend for a spot in the grand final against the Triabunna Roos. But Nick Finlay, what a game of footy.
Yeah, that was a fantastic game of football there in the second semi-final. Triabunna 12 points victorious. That's the closest they've been to being defeated. 17 points was the previous margin of their closest win earlier in the season, as we talked about before. So look, they were certainly tested today, Triabunna, and full credit to them, to Paul Rainbird and the team. He's led them well for the last couple of years, and look, they're on their way to a grand final in a fortnight's time. So good on them, and to Campania. Look, they certainly pushed the Roos, and they'll come back next week against Campbelltown. I think that game will be a fantastic game of football, the preliminary final, and the winner of that game will meet the Roos in a fortnight.
Absolutely, it was a fascinating game, highly enjoyable. We'll quickly run through the goal kickers for Triabunna. 3 to Blake Anderton, 3 to Michael Fisher, 2 to Nick Clark, singles to Brendan Midson, Elliot Idstrom, Jeffrey Fisher and Luca Emerton. While for Campania, 3 to Gilmore, 2 to Baker, 2 to Johnston, singles to Howard and to Tubb. 2 to Craig as well. So a fantastic game. 12-point winners, the Triabunna Roos. Thank you for your company on the live stream. Thank you to Brian O'Reilly and the ODFA team. Big thanks to Ash Wilkes in the studio, Andrew McCarthy on the camera, Benders Petroleum and Harrison Agents for their support, Walkers for the fantastic commentary box, and a big thank you to you, Nick Finlay, for all your expertise across the afternoon. We look forward to hearing from you in a fortnight's time at the grand final.
Yeah, thanks, Oz, and lastly, thanks to you for coming up here to Triabunna today. We love having you up here. Second year in a row now doing the semi-finals. So thanks for your efforts and your time. And look, great to call with you. And no doubt you'll tune in a fortnight's time to see who takes the premiership in the grand final and up at Oatlands.
Absolutely. No, thoroughly enjoyable day. Thanks for your company at home as well. Do stay tuned to the AFL Taz social media channels for some fallout from this game and the game earlier today during the week. And we'll see you on the ODFA Grand Final live stream in a fortnight's time. Bye for now.
What's the matter?
11, 12.